Working People's Alliance executive member Tacuma Ogunseye today turned himself into the police a day after a wanted bulletin was issued for him. According to the police, he was wanted for several serious offenses and attempting to incite hostility or ill will on the grounds of race, contrary to Section 3 of the Racial Hostility Act, Chapter 2301. In the presence of his lawyers, Nigel Hughes and Darren Wade, the 71-year-old long-serving WPA member calmly walked into the Criminal Investigation Department at Vicinjon Road. Before doing so, he spoke with members of the media and posited that the government is upset and afraid, and said regardless of what is thrown at him, he is prepared to fight back.
These bullies that have evolved with political power in the country seems to have no sense of political decency, and they're trying to crush the will of the Guyanese people. And I see myself in the WPA, see ourselves as defending the dignity of the country and defending the legacy of Walter Rodney. And regardless of what they throw at me, I am prepared to fight back. The God of war is the God of war. Ogunseye means the God of war. Mutupe means the protector. And Tacuma means the alert one.
The long-serving WPA executive member told supporters at a public meeting that the WPA wants to make it clear that the local government elections offer us an opportunity to start a resistance. His attorney Nigel Hughes said following the arrest of Ogunseye, he made some inquiries from the police.
I made a series of requests. First of all, I inquired who was in charge of the investigation. They were unable to say. I indicated to them that they've had more than 2 weeks to investigate the matter, and I would have expected that by this time either they would have had a series of questions to put to him or that they would have charges ready. He said that he was unable to respond to that. I inquired whether they were ready to question him immediately. They said he couldn't say, he didn't have instructions in that regard. And then he proceeded to make the formal entry in the station diary. And surprisingly, he opted to describe Mr. Ogunseye as a male Negro. It's a little surprising that in 2023 anybody would describe anybody as Negro. That term has now become offensive. And I asked him to change that description of Mr. Ogunseye to male Negro. No, sorry, to male African or African male, whichever one. He did make the change. I then again at the end of him documenting that asked him when I should check back with him in relation to them wanting to question him. He repeated that he was unable to say. I indicated the lawyers would like to be present whenever he was being questioned, and if they were likely to move him from the station, we would like to be informed.
Ogunseye made the remarks at a public meeting in Buxton 3 weeks ago.